Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young boy named Leo. He lived with his parents in a small house on the edge of the town. Leo, to put it simply, was a very lazy person. Every day, he helped his father in the fields, but his job was only to chase away the birds that came to eat their rice crops. Most people used sticks or slingshots to chase the birds, which required constant walking. But Leo didn't want to move too much. He built wooden poles in different parts of the field and connected them with a complex system of ropes, hanging small tin cans from them. This way, he could lie comfortably in the shade. And when he saw birds coming, he just had to pull one main rope. The entire system would shake, making a loud noise. He could scare the birds away without standing up. His father, a hard-working farmer, was both proud of his son's intelligence and worried about his laziness. He often sighed and thought, "The boy is very smart, but he only uses that intelligence to avoid work. If I get sick, how will Leo take care of everything?" But since Leo always finished his job one way or another, his father never got truly angry. One summer, a severe drought hit. The ground cracked, and the nearby river ran dry. At that exact moment, Leo's father, who had overworked himself, fell gravely ill. For the first time, Leo had to take care of the entire field by himself. He tried to carry buckets of water from the village's only remaining well, but his muscles, unaccustomed to hard work, quickly ached. After a few weeks, the young rice plants began to turn yellow, then wilt. They didn't have enough water, and Leo couldn't save them alone. The field, the family's hope, was dying. That night, Leo sat outside under the stars. He didn't feel smart anymore. He felt useless and disappointed. He thought, "Why did I never try harder? Why did I always look for the shortcut? Now my family's hope is gone." The comfort he had always sought suddenly felt meaningless. The price of his laziness was his family's well-being. The next morning, he heard a commotion in the village. Leo went to see what was happening. A soldier in shining armor was announcing a grand competition at the king's palace. Anyone who proves their strength and wisdom and wins the competition, the soldier shouted, will receive a chest of gold. A chest of gold. It wasn't just money. It was food. It was medicine for his father. It was salvation. Without thinking much, Leo stepped forward and said he would join the competition. The villagers burst out laughing. "Leo," one said, "the boy who's too lazy to even chase birds, is he going to take a nap on the way to the palace?" Leo turned red, but this time, the shame quickly turned into determination. He didn't care what they said. He had 3 days to get to the palace. He went home, packed some food, and left immediately. His parents didn't think Leo would win, but they hoped this journey would make him work harder and change his lazy ways. After 3 days, the competition began. All the participants were gathered near a large lake. Many of them were strong, muscular men, warriors, and athletes. This made Leo nervous. "How can I beat these people?" he thought. Then, the rules were announced. They had to cross the lake, and the first 3 people to finish would go to the final round. The countdown started. 3, 2, 1, go. Everyone jumped into the lake and started swimming. Water splashed everywhere, but Leo stayed behind. He watched the strong swimmers take the lead. He knew he couldn't win if he just swam. "Father is waiting for me," he told himself. "I can't win their race, so I have to run my own." Suddenly, Leo had an idea. He ran into the nearby forest. He didn't just grab random branches. He carefully selected light, dry logs. He used vines to tie them together. He used a flat piece of wood as a paddle. It was the same intelligence he used for the bird scarer, but now it had a purpose. He made a small raft. Leo thought, this is a race to cross the lake, not a swimming race. As the others started to get tired from swimming, Leo paddled his raft across the lake. Slowly but surely, he passed one person, then another. The strong athletes looked at him in disbelief as they struggled to stay afloat. In the end, Leo finished third and qualified for the final round. The crowd, including his fellow villagers, was stunned. The next day, the final competition began. The king himself was watching. Each contestant was given a giant square wooden block. The task was to move the block 1 kilometer to the finish line. Behind them were many tools: ropes, hammers, levers, axes. They could choose one to help them. The first contestant, a huge man, quickly grabbed a large rope and started pulling the block. It was incredibly heavy, moving only a few inches at a time. The second contestant took a long wooden pole to use as a lever, nudging his block forward bit by bit. It was slow and miserable work. Leo, however, did not rush. He walked around the block, carefully thinking about the tools. I can't win with muscles, he told himself. I need to think smarter. After thinking for a moment, Leo walked to the tool pile. He ignored the ropes, ignored the levers. He picked up a small carving knife. The crowd was confused. A knife? What is he going to do with that? But instead of pushing the block, Leo began to carve it. He wasn't just hacking at it. He began to round off the edges. He worked methodically. The crowd went from confused to murmuring. After an hour, Leo was finished. Instead of a heavy block, he now had a giant, rough wooden ball. Leo got behind the ball and gave it a hard push. It started to roll. While the other 2 contestants were still struggling, sweating, and exhausted with their square blocks, Leo began to roll his ball down the road. It was still heavy, but now it had momentum. With all his strength and determination, Leo was the first to roll the ball across the finish line. The crowd erupted in cheers. No one had expected the lazy boy to win. Leo returned to his village with the chest of gold. But more importantly, he returned with respect. He had saved his family. This story shows us that lazy people can be very smart. But to achieve something great, they need a big reason, like Leo's love for his family. So, if you ever feel lazy, find a strong reason to work hard. Whether it's for your family, for your dreams, or to prove others wrong, a big goal can motivate you to give your best. Remember, learning can be fun when you practice regularly.